Mike Evans ties Jerry Rice all time for having 10 receiving seasons in a row over 1,000 yards. What an incredible accomplishment for Mike Evans. I mean, what one of the most underrated receivers in the league. And I feel like whenever people talk about the top 5 receivers of the decade, top 5 receivers of all time, Mike Evans' name really never gets thrown up there, even with AJ Green, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown. He seems like a receiver that's always been overlooked because he's been rotting in Tampa Bay. Besides when Tom Brady was there. And then when Tom Brady was there, Mike Evans was balling out, but the conversation was always about Tom Brady. It was never really focused on Mike Evans here. So I feel like he is a guy. He has the longevity. He has 10 receiving seasons in a row of 1,000 yards. It's one of the biggest accomplishments in NFL history. Literally only one other receiver has done it before, and that is
the greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah, I think that when I think about Mike Evans' career in this situation compared to maybe someone in the past, he reminds me almost, although their play styles are a lot different, Larry Fitzgerald, where Larry Fitzgerald was Mr. Consistent throughout the 2000s, and he was playing with the Matt Leinarts of the world. He was playing with the Jake Plumbers of the world and some of these horrible quarterbacks. So we never talked about him enough. Mike Evans, I know that he had the Tom Brady era, and that definitely elevated him, and he's always been in the mix, but 10 1,000-yard receiving seasons in a row, by the way, which is another impressive feature because he's done it every single year he's been a pro, and he was dealing with the Josh Johnsons of the world. The guy,
Josh Freeman.
Josh Freeman, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Josh Freeman, Jameis Winston.
Fitzy for a little bit.
They had Fitz for a second. Obviously, they had Brady. They've had some pretty abysmal quarterbacks for the most part outside of Tom Brady. And for him to continuously be as consistent as he has, when his career is all said and done, and he's going to have, he currently has over 10,000, obviously, but by the time it's all over, he's got 15, 16, 17,000 receiving yards. Where will he rank all time? I don't think he's going to get the respect he deserves in the all-time rankings, especially when he's compared to some of these other juggernauts, but he deserves to be appropriately praised, especially after this game, because he had a great game. Ended up having, I think, 130 receiving yards in this game. Kind of helped them win this game, made some big plays when it mattered. But he is a guy, kind of reminds me of Larry Fitzgerald, just as far as legacy-wise concerned. Played with a lot of horrible quarterbacks, but has been consistent through it all.